It is a good book for anybody to read. It's accessible. It is. Have you got this feedback from any of your um, non-Muslim counterparts or anybody?
Yeah, lots of couples. Actually, lots of couples who married people of different faiths.
Okay.
So a lot of times their significant other, a woman would say, "Oh, I'm Jewish and
Mm-hmm.
a person. I feel like I understand my husband more," or so they have
Hmm.
this. That's been interesting. And another thing that I don't always kind of say, but I really do love it. It's one of my favorite things is that actually when I was writing this book, I had about 11 different friends from a variety of mostly Muslim, but some not
Okay.
religious, be editors on it, meaning that they would look through it
Mm-hmm.
and they would circle parts that they didn't understand, or maybe they were like, wow, I feel like I don't get this, or is this harsh? So I would give them this list of look for anything that offends you, you don't understand, so that I can clarify the language.
Very
So
nice.
I know that I don't know, what people's triggers are.
That's
I was
true.
raised Muslim, so kind of was like, I
Mm.
need help. They
Mm-hmm.
were gracious enough to
Mm.
help. And one of the girls was actually a Bible study major at a Christian university,
Mm-hmm.
and so essentially her life's work will be doing missionary work, which is converting to people to Christianity.
Hmm.
So I thought this is such a good person to take a look at this book,
That's a good way to get
you
a
know.
good opinion. Yeah, that's very good.
And she was
Understood.
like she's really funny. So what ended up happening was she read about like at the time all the chapters weren't in there, I think, but she read around 6, 7 chapters, which is well like over probably around half the book.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And she was funny. So in the corners uh like Bible verse quotations that were very similar to the Quran verses.
Hmm.
This is crazy, like it's so similar, because she was studying the Bible. And so then she would put like quotes from St. Augustine like next to Imam Ali, or like a companion of the Prophet, and she would put these. And so it was really, really cool because
Hmm.
like her notes was like an interfaith document.
Hmm.
um and then at the end of it, what's really remarkable is she started praying 5 times a day, Bible verses that she memorized.
Hmm.
So she would come to like our prayers, Islamic prayers, and when the adhan, she had a adhan would hit on her phone, I think even at that point, and she would stop, and she had memorized parts of the Psalms or some sort of prayer in the Bible, and so she would sit and recite those prayers 5 times a day.
Oh
And she
wow.
did 5 weeks. And her Christian friends were like really alarmed. You're like, what are you doing? Why is there like the adhan going on your phone? And for those who don't know, like the
Mm.
adhan is just a call to prayer.
Mm-hmm.
And you probably heard it, or a version of it, like
Mm-hmm.
if you've ever been to an Islamic country or on the,
Mm-hmm.
on
Oh well,
TV or
nowadays maybe on the phones, like
yeah, on the phones,
in the
your
grocery
colleagues,
store or
like,
somewhere.
but it's just a call to prayer. It's calling people to come and sit with God, essentially.
Mhm.
And so she had that, because, or like a reminder of some sort. So
Wow.
her friends were really confused, and she's like, it did wonders for my faith,
Nice.
because 5 times a day with every dip and dance of the sun, I'm
Mm-hmm.
like turning to God. And so she was like, it was really, really cool to
Very
see that
nice.
this
Very
book
interesting.
pushed her into a deeper relationship with the Bible. And some
Mm.
people, some people are like, oh, why didn't she read the Quran? I'm just like, I'm happy
No.
she's deeper into Revelation, having a deeper connection with God, however she experiences that. Because I'm not here, I don't know
Yes.
what plans God has paid for her. So,
Right.
but
Right.
yeah, it was just I felt so happy
That
about
is
that.
that is fascinating. Actually, that's very interesting. I've never heard a story like that because in my interfaith work and interactions, I do hear different type of experiences people have. But this is very interesting. Very nice.